I must have filmed this intro about 12 times now. I'm very rusty. I'm back home. It's really nice to be home. As you can see, the trees are back, so is the water. Don't forget you can subscribe. Make sure you actually want to see any more videos from me before you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to not smash that like button until you've watched this whole thing, because maybe this video sucks, you never know. And enable notifications only if you're absolutely, I don't know, like some diehard fan, because for most people, those notifications are annoying. I have some major important news to announce. A revolutionary revolution of a coin is coming that is known as Bitcoin Platinum. Okay, if we look at this Reddit post, it was announced. It even got golded, and it has like a moon symbol here. After many years of dissecting Bitcoin's code and hiring a top team of engineers, they're announcing the latest in blockchain innovation, copied from the Bitcoin Gold code base and copying the Bitcoin Gold website for now. That's pretty much it. Now you have to realize that they are opening a huge gap. They're running through the gap that's in the market. Okay, what gap is that? There's no current Bitcoin called Platinum in existence. Crazy. But wait, a fork of the as yet not yet forked version of Bitcoin called Bitcoin Platinum is already going to have another forked version. This one's called Bitcoin Platinum Cash. Okay, so forward thinking. Let's start off by looking at the market. I haven't done this like with you guys in a very long time, so it's pretty exciting for me to do it again. We have Bitcoin at nearly 6K, rallying on from hitting I think nearly 6.2, back down to 5.5, coming back up to 6. I definitely, I don't know, so the biggest fork we've ever seen is November 16th, 17th, 18th. So if people were willing to put most of their altcoins back into Bitcoin just for Bitcoin Gold, like what is Bitcoin Gold right now? $134 and potentially falling? I don't think even people have access to it. I think a lot of people don't have access to it yet. When they do, this is why this meme's pretty popular right now. I've missed doing this. I do love my job. It's 3 a.m. and I'm fresh as a daisy because of jet lag. If I have, I don't care. I don't have to be at work tomorrow, thanks to you guys. Anyway, yeah, back on point. This is why this meme's so popular right now. People begging for a little bit more cash. That one was not the hot tamale. The real deal is the B2X coins. That's the real hot sauce, the real spicy meatball. Of course, it's not going to overtake Bitcoin, at least in my opinion, but it's certainly the best attempt potentially we've seen yet. I mean, you could argue Bitcoin Cash, or even Litecoin. Is Bitcoin risky? Yes. Is fiat risky? No. It's a guaranteed loss if you go with fiat, as versus potential high reward with Bitcoin. I liken it to a football game or soccer from American fans. You could either take a loss before the game even starts, just say, okay, you know what, I could get trounced 10-0. I'll take a 1-0 loss right now. Or you could play the game that you've been training your whole life for, play your heart out, potentially win by a huge margin and have everything you've been trying to do in your life rewarded. That's kind of how I see Bitcoin when compared to fiat. Ethereum, again, floundering at around $300. So this is something that gets me heated. So everyone that's been discussing making price predictions for Ethereum for this year, for next year, 2018, I understand where they're getting $500 from. I understand where they're getting $1,000 from. Here's my thoughts on the matter. Remember, this is just my opinion. So let's say there's a product, and let's say you rate it a 5 out of 10, but then it gets some upgrades, and now it's a 7 out of 10. You would imagine it would go for more money, right? I think to those who think that the market's irrational and don't understand potentially one sad thing, that is most of the altcoin markets are people just looking to get profits. I mean, clearly. But no, I really mean that. How does this affect Ethereum? Let's look at the start of this year, around January. We saw this massive FOMO all the way up to $400 and way back down again. A lot of that growth was caused by FOMO. People don't have that FOMO anymore. Ethereum's at the price it's at. What is it going to do at most? Double? Triple? Are people going to be satisfied with 2x returns when they could be looking at other coins and getting considerably more? Where is all that extra money going to come from? Would you be happy with 2x returns? You could potentially get more than that just holding Bitcoin. Would you put most of your money into Ethereum at this stage? I mean, maybe yes, because you believe in it and that's fine, but these are my thoughts on the matter. I just don't see it. A lot of people think Ethereum's filled out right now. I don't mean to bash on Ethereum at all. I like the project. I think it's a great idea. The fact that it can run ICOs by itself has changed my life. It's potentially changed your life. And I don't mean to be a Ethereum fudder whatsoever. It could be more, definitely. It should be. It should be. But these are the thoughts that I'm thinking. I can't get them to stop. Ripple is doing whatever. Bitcoin Cash manages to hold on to its $350 valuation amidst severe competition from Bitcoin Gold. A lot of the top 10 hasn't really changed too much since I left. NEM. Do you know what? NEM has a terrible marketing team. I think so many people don't know what NEM is, even though it's number 7. The people behind it are a mix of European developers and a Japanese tech company, as far as I understand it. The company's been criticized as not being very decentralized, and the leadership are being a little bit condescending, apparently. They have no white paper per se. Instead, they have a 55-page technical reference guide, so hardly user-friendly. It's an enterprise solution for banking, for messaging. Basically, who they're trying to promote this people to is companies to actually start using the coin rather than to people like you and me. BitConnect has had a massive growth spike since I left like 2 weeks ago on holiday. Just look at that growth. I kind of feel like it's my responsibility to talk about this because there might potentially be a lot of naive individuals who aren't aware of what's going on. They see a YouTuber promoting it, thinking it's legit because, hey, you're on YouTube. Not going to do any illegal stuff on YouTube, are you? Hold on, let me do this. Google, define scam. A dishonest scheme, a fraud, swindle. So, I mean, basically, when something's a scam, they tell you it's one thing, but it's actually something else. They're telling you it's a trading bot, but it's actually a Ponzi scheme. The new money that comes into the platform pays the old money and can continue as long as more money goes in. As soon as that stops, then the system collapses. Everyone's money that's invested, poof. Do you think there's buyer protection in this market? I would laugh, but it's just sad. It leads to posts such as this on cryptocurrency. Does anybody believe that BitConnect is not a Ponzi scheme? And I literally like read every single comment. No. Everyone knows that it is. Again, this comes to the fact that people are looking to make returns. Some people are potentially fine with the risk that they have of losing everything. It's not how good a coin project is. It's how good are the potential for returns that really drives this market. Usually, they go hand in hand, those two things, sometimes not, as you can see. But let's say you are super into this risky stuff. What are some cheaper alternatives to BitConnect now that it's at $1.5 billion, 1.6 billion market cap? You're not limited. We have Regal Coin. By the way, this is not an endorsement. I think you could lose all your money. Like, stay away from it. But here you go, if you really want to. Regal Coin, something called Hextra Coin. .co, westerncoin.co, goldreward.io, and ethconnect.net. Maybe I've missed some out. Feel free to share them with us. Feel free not to. Those are your options. The interesting thing is, it's probably one of the most elaborate Ponzi schemes ever created in that it could actually be one of the most scalable. If Bitcoin continues to rise as it is, they can continue for potentially a long time. I don't mean to endorse them, but this is just the facts, the way I see it. I could be completely wrong. They could close down shop tomorrow. But let me look at this. So for example, let's say at whatever time ago you gave them one Bitcoin at $200 and they give you 1% each day. That one Bitcoin turns into $6,000. You would have been better off holding onto the Bitcoin, but they can still afford to pay you your 1% for a very long time. So that's potentially one of the reasons why it might still be around for a while. Again, not a recommendation. I recommend you stay away. Also referred to as an attack, the B2X fork coming sometime in November. The nodes are designed to kind of look like a normal Bitcoin. So say, for example, you're getting some Bitcoin, but you're actually getting B2X. Their nodes are designed to be tricky like that. That's why it's called an attack, because it's messing with the existing infrastructure. I get why they're doing it. If they didn't do that, then, they're just going to be another altcoin. So go for the jugular. I get where they're coming from. So the advice is to run a full Bitcoin node running Bitcoin Core software if you need to transact, and if you don't immediately after the fork, just hold your private keys and wait. Onto some interesting news. Ledger is partnering with Intel. You can tell they're making good money. Intel's such a tech giant. They want to create Bitcoin wallets or potentially other wallets using the computer CPU, which can actually have places on it that are very secure. They tried to do that with the Nuvo, which was a video game copyright system that tried to make it impossible for hackers to pirate the games. It worked for a while. I think it was eventually hacked. So if this can stay unhackable, then it could be really cool, but you always run that risk, I guess. Some big news from Russia. Putin has ordered regulations for cryptocurrencies, mining, and ICOs. He wants them all finalized by July 2018 if there are no more delays. But it's still really early. They don't seem to know what they're doing exactly. How they define cryptocurrency as a legal status is still in question, but I guess they're not outright banning it, which is pretty cool. They want to tax mining, which is interesting. I think that's the right way to go. Whether you agree with it or not, it's better to have the tax option rather than the ban option for most countries. And regulating ICOs, again, not really too much details. We're just in such early days when even governments don't know what to do about this. So let's switch it up. I feel like I'm watching crypto porn right now. Those gains, those moon Lambos. It's what so many people want to see. So let's look into it. Let's look into some coins with a really low market cap, with a really low circulating supply, with a decent idea. First up is MyBit. Very low market cap, very low total supply. The idea being to decentralize energy. The first up is solar panels. And the team is legit. They're actually trying to make a real go of this. So this is an interesting one to look out for. Ethereum Reserve, I don't really know about this, but it's a dual blockchain coin. The idea being that they can create fast and immutable transactions because of the dual blockchain system. Very low market cap, very low circulating supply. Exclusive coin, privacy, masternodes, proof of stake, dark sand. Low market cap, low circulating supply. You start to see a theme here. Hush Coin, a fork of Zcash designed to be an even better form of privacy. BitSwift, this one isn't immediately obvious what it is. They seem to promise the earth, from things to retail, healthcare, residential. They seem to have an answer for everything. If you go to solutions and you have a look at what they'll do, payment terminals, point of sales equipment, you know, it seems like a bespoke currency for businesses, Bitcoin and altcoin ATM machine installations, cryptography-based currencies, software solutions, firewalls, cabling, security, mobile device management. It seems to be like everything anyone ever wanted for a business. Again, not a recommendation. Investing comes with certain risks. This is really fast. Do your own research. Best of luck out there. I hope you do well. I think we can all do well. And that's a wrap. I did enjoy filming this. I kind of like doing this. I enjoy creating these videos. It was it was a very big challenge doing it outside with the camera. I mean, it's great, and I guess I'm going to miss that too, but this is my bread and butter. I'd be interested to know, if I go on holiday again, would you guys rather I brought a green screen with me? Or were you happy with the vlogging style? I guess I should do a poll. How do I do a poll? Straw poll. That was really easy. I should probably do this more often. All right. I'll leave a link to that below. Please let me know your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.